Hello, welcome back to Let's Play Pillars of Eternity, and I'm not on the same map because the game is once again doing that thing where it crashes on load screens if Raps is running. So, we are in Elm Shore because last time we got a little bit distracted with a side quest, but we also got some information about where the first of Bareth's people is. Probably going to be there. I am going to go ahead. First, real quick, checking. Do we? Oh, we do have Celestial Suite resting bonuses. Cool. I am going to quick save. Yes. Okay. Part of me wants to go through and do all the side missions, and part of me wants to just get finished with the game because, much as I like it, this is really long. Let's play. Um, and also I don't like the idea of, oh, I'm almost to the end of the story, all that sense of urgency, let's stop and go do this other thing. Kind of is nagging at me. So, both things. Oh, here we go. An elf stands on the dais in the middle of the clearing. The ground is blanketed with leaves and various shades of russet and gold. Her eyes are closed and her arms folded in front of her. A curtain of autumnal yellow hair hangs in front of her face. As you draw near, she lifts her chin and looks at you with shifting hazel eyes.
Greetings, Estremor. You are among the Ovates of the Golden Grove.
They brighten from dull brown to vivid green, because that's what hazel eyes do. They shift color depending on what the lighting is. Her voice is soft as a breeze shifts sign through trees. Yeah, yeah. I've tried to explain hazel to people here in Japan. It's like it's not. It's a eye color that means that doesn't really have any color. It just sort of what color it looks like changes depending on what the lighting is. It's hard to explain. It's something that only happens when you mix. I think that only happens when you mix the genes for blue eyes and brown eyes, and that's mostly in Europe. And you are?
High Ovate, an ancient elm among poles and saplings. We have taken root in the same soil, and the others grow in my shade. Their roots nourish my soil. My branches give them shelter. Together, we grow.
Her eyes pulse with a deep summery green. I do not like the way her eyes change color based on her mood. Your essence churns like an eddy in the stream, Mr. Moore. Speak the questions on your soul. Death has sent me to end your life. It has continued for too long.
At least he chose someone who wouldn't wrap her intentions in trickery and lies. But what is a god that his voice should carry so far? And what are you that you should so eagerly obey? The gods only have dominion over what we seed, and you would cede matters of life and death to them.
The gods have set the rules and let us do as we will, but that is merely a test. And only a fool thinks he has been ceded anything. You do what your god wants, or you face the fire. This woman is about to become an example. Are you any different? You've extended your life beyond its natural span. Through work and wisdom, the greater the tree, the more fruit it may yield. She nods at the ovates gathered in the clearing. They are vines climbing an ancient elm into the sunlight. My growth sustains them. Should our harmony fall prey to a god's jealousy? And where exactly would she lead them? She's blind to the limits of her own wisdom. This is the option I'm going because it has a thing next to it. Your growth stunts them. They learn nothing apart from you. If this is what you demand of the other ovates, you're no different from the Ethic Knoll or the gods. I forget what the Ethic Knoll are. Except for we need to go to and find the dwarf. A storm of protest brews behind her color-shifting eyes. She says nothing for several seconds, but you see the fury slowly drain from her face as her eyes fade to the brown of dead leaves. Finally, Erona lowers her head. Your words carry truth and shame. It was never my desire to diminish my followers, but I can see where perhaps my roots left no room for them to grow. Farewell. If my season has ended, then let me pass with it. As she closes her eyes, the warmth and color drain from her body. Her breathing slows, her ashen skin stiffening with a dull patina. When the last sigh that leaves her lungs, cracks carve their way across her flesh, dividing it into hardened ridges. Within seconds, Erona has petrified, her bark-encrusted face turned toward the ovates below the dais. In all honesty, I have no problem with the idea of living forever. A lot of people think it would be definitely like a curse or something. I don't have that issue. For one thing, there's always going to be potential something just flat out killing you. I don't understand. I don't believe in but I don't believe life will necessarily become dull just because you live a long time. The who wants to live forever crowd does not really appeal to me. Okay. I could go up there and try to take on the ogre. Who are the Ethic Knoll? You have gained reputation with the Ethic Knoll. You have gained reputation with the Ovates of the Grove. Let's see what that does. Faintly good. Faintly good. Okay. And Twin Elms. Faintly good. Do I want to take on the... No. I don't want to take on the bounty yet. Let's go about continuing to do the work of the gods so we can get into this place. We're going to do all the god missions. Elms. Now, because things are failing when I try to load, I am new screens. I'm going to hit a quick save. And then I am going to head into the Hearth Song and try to ask around about the Ethic Knoll. See if I can find that. Talk to you in a little bit. Very little bit, because the timer's not run out yet. See you in a moment. Hey, welcome back. Okay. You get to miss out me reading the loading screen tips. Oh, terrible time. What can you tell me about Twin Elms? The city is sacred to all Glenfathans. I've heard this before. What temples lie... I want to hear about Elm's Reach. The Hall of Warriors stands at the other end of the district. Rumor has the Namthoth Simok of Tree Tusk Stelgaer is there now. Elm's Reach is also where the Druids keep their halls. There are the Ovates of the Golden Grove and the Ethic Knoll of Blood Sands. Many shudder the brutal sacrifices of the Ethic Knoll, but High Ovate Erona is just as powerful in her own way. That's all I wanted to know. I'll keep your words in mind. Okay, the Ethic Knoll were in that Blood Sands place that I thought was the Galloway mission. Okay. And I'm hearing this music everywhere now because... Okay, well, pausing this again because still don't trust the load screen. And we're back. And I'm starting the timer again. I had hoped this time this was over in this game. Still, it's somewhat appropriate that it shall end as it began, with this particular loading screen issue. Okay. We can fight without spilling the blood of innocents. Every sacrifice gives us with the power to save lives many times over. Oh, they're talking about the sacrifices over here in Ethic Knoll. There is no greater honor than dying for one's tribe. If some fall in battle, how is this different? All the Anamfatha have called upon the Ethic Knoll for war paint at some point. Okay, well, we're about to change scenes again, so give me a moment. Oh, welcome back. And I've got a little bit of a sneezing fit. I had thought it was over. Sorry about that. Now my arms hurt. Okay. The Ethic Knoll welcomes your presence, supplicants. Smoke curls up from these charred skeletons. The smell is nauseating. Well, this is going to be pleasant. A dwarven man stands motionless near the roaring fire that lights the cavern. Your sacrifice feeds the land, supplicants. Come forth. A gust of smoke curls around him, licking the charred flesh that bulges on his forearms. They suddenly flex. Estramor. The dwarf holds his fist in a tight grip. Your kin doesn't come here to share with the tribes. What do you want? Tell me about the Ethic Knoll. That's who we are. The dwarf picks on his scarred forearm. His guttural sigh mingles with the crackling of wood and bones behind him. As I said, Estramorwin rarely visit our halls. Our order has thrived for generations. You're all druids, aren't you? Before we came to Twin Elms, our rights fed the lands of the eastern mountains. Now we share blood for the Ear Glanfoth. Garst opens his palms. Strikes of red skin run through them like flames. To everything that must end, our sacrifice brings a new beginning. We sustain them. What's to come? Tell me about the sacrifices. Everything must die to return anew, Estramor. He spreads his rocky legs apart and locks his forearms. Through the sacrificial rites, we offer supplicants the honor of giving their most precious gift back to their brethren, back to the land. The dwarf lifts his fist, thick and mottled by red scars. The blood gives us strength. Even the Glenfothans have come to depend upon the blood paint. They brim with power before battle, all thanks to sacrifices of their kin. What's this place? The Glenfothans call this place Blood Sands. We call it home. The Ethic Knoll have tended the land from within this cave since before the arrival of the tribes to Twin Elms. This is going terrible. Be warned, Estramor. We bleed life to nurture it. Our sacrifices may strike you as savage, but the heart of these lands depends on them. It is unseemly for guests to insult their hosts. Remember, Estramor, you're a guest in these halls. Respect our ways, and we'll tolerate your presence among us. Keeper Garost. I'm going to have to kill all of you, aren't I? Here's a death cult for you. Naka. Petitioner before you, swaddled in loose-fitting robes. Her hair is greasy and matted. A glossy film of sweat and grime coats her exposed skin. She has the swollen features of pregnancy and several missing teeth and a big grinning smile. As you approach, she slowly turns to you, examines you from head to toe, smiling the entire time. A joyous day to you, she says, despite coming from a wearied body. Her voice sounds resonant and relaxed. I'm Naka, midwife and lord keeper. Her hands run across the slight bulge in her belly. She rolls her head back and sighs a relaxed purr. Are you feeling well? Flawless! Apologies, I should be left to my meditation. The rite of strength is invigorating, almost overwhelming to the senses. She reaches down and cradles her belly in her hands and turns away. That is not creepy at all. Hello, Keeper. Flame blights. Right. I am going to have to kill everyone here to get out, aren't I? More flame blights. Supplicant, supplicant. Greater flame blight. The heat emanating from this pool threatens to singe the flesh of your face. Essence within to nurture flesh, and essence without to strengthen it. Oh dear. Need to consume the blood to gain strength, and... oh dear. That was not particularly nice.
If secrets whisper here, I shall listen for them.
There seems to be a secret door here.
See now what the flame has shown us?
I fear we've lost the angry one.
Ow.
Hey.
That significantly hurts. I'm tempted. I'm gonna want to come back here with Nord, aren't I? Ow.
Will do.
Yes.
Okay. If I rest, I lose the celestial bonus. So give me a moment. Hello. Yeah, I was just going to go rest at the end and then come back and skip the whole thing, but then I discovered this interesting sword in my inventory. It's better than the resolution. It's a unique sword. It's one-handed. Let me look at what he's good at. Mental Fortress carries many scars. I think that's a special one. Armored Grace, Blunting Belt. He doesn't have any particular talents, weapon and shield style. He doesn't have any particular specialty in a specialty in a particular weapon. And yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and do that. Can we enchant it any further? It's got secondary, it's got a quality. It's not legendary, but it's... you could make it manslaying. Sure. There we go. This is now a particularly extra 300 cost there. Nice. What are you using for your one-handed rapier? Not very powerful. What do you have? You don't have any particular draining whip. Focus, when the focus is below maximum, plus 20% melee damage, plus 20% range damage, plus 20% melee damage. It's the same one, is it? Modify, plus 33% focus gain. This one's effects are a little bit lower. Okay, cool. Greater focus. Hmm. Yep. Okay. Now, I am going to give you resolution. I might give Mosquito to Fenord if I see her, bring her back in. Neat. Okay. Okay, that done. Let's rest.
Gods keep you.
And we're going to get the Celestial Suite. My money is going down rapidly. Let's go ahead and sell some
Gods
stuff.
keep you.
Not sell the weapons yet. That one, though. It's just a fine one. Keep that. +9 will. That's actually fairly decent. Oh well. Minor spell bind. Sunbeam and... Ooh. Nope, you're already doing something better. Okay. What about the stash? Do we have anything in the stash? We have Durance' staff, which I'm not selling because it's Durance' staff. Cape of Drawl. I'm not selling the different pets. I could sell some of these ingredients. Yep, I could sell some of these ingredients, but I'm not going to for now. Okay, see you in the next video, and I'm going to start the next video back in the Blood Sands.